right. Hey, Dragons. How you doing? Welcome to the new moon in Cancer for July 17th, 2023. Where'd I go? Okay, there we go. So this new moon in Cancer, this is about like what makes us feel comfortable. What can we do to make ourselves feel more comfortable? What's going on in regards to family and home life? With that new moon, it's going to be sextiling Uranus and Taurus. So I'm wondering if there's something that we're building or something financial that we're needing to do differently that's going to be more innovative, and that's going to change the trajectory for what it is that we're doing in order to make ourselves feel more comfortable, whether that's us buying a new home, starting a new job, starting a new family, whatever the intent that we're setting, there's an opportunity for us to do something different and innovative. This new moon does square Chiron in Aries. So this makes me feel like whatever intent we're setting, we're needing to kind of figure out how to assert ourselves in order to get it. So it's not without work. Not only that, but the moon is also opposing Pluto in Capricorn that's going retrograde right now. So it's like whatever we're reevaluating or whatever we are revisiting in regards to the Capricorn house in our natal charts, that is at odds with this new intent, with this new thing that we're trying to start, with this new level of comfort that we're trying to implement into our lives. And so it could be power struggles, power dynamics, something or someone trying to take something from you. So it makes it harder to get this new moon in Cancer. Also, nodes are about to change signs, so we're going to be focusing more on me, and with the South Node moving into Libra, less on we. Okay, so there's going to be more of a focus on what we want, how we're asserting ourselves, how we're showing up in the world, and we're kind of letting go of like what other people think, people-pleasing behaviors, relationships. Libra can represent relationships, okay, or any kind of contracts. But it's still in Taurus, okay, around this new moon. So there's like one last hurrah. There's like one last push in Taurus that's kind of like, let's do this, right? And with that sextile to Uranus that I was talking about, whatever this innovative idea is, it's also being supported by Jupiter. So Jupiter is kind of like egging Uranus on in some way to implement this new innovative idea or this new opportunity. With that being said, Venus is about to go retrograde, but we'll cross that bridge once we get to it. Mars is going to be opposing Saturn as well. So, there's some tension here going on. So it's like we're trying to take action, but something is like, no, you need to review this, or no, you need to hang back and do this. Okay, so there is that as well. We are seeing a new moon in Cancer that is directly making a trine to Neptune in Pisces. And so once again, this is like about creativity, or this is something that can be very inspiring for us. Something that is going to bring us something that where there's going to be something or someone that's going to kind of fall in our lap because we are implementing this new beginning, or there's a possibility of that, or some new inspiration, or some new creative downloads or spiritual downloads of some sort. So, and keep in mind, there also could be something that like we're finally letting go of as well. Neptune can sometimes represent sacrifice, okay, washing away. So there may be like a clearing out or like a washing away of something that feels good. It's not like a bad thing. It feels good to us, whatever that is, and it's going to help us implement this new thing in our lives. Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with the signs. Hello, Aries and Aries rising. How are you doing? Hope that you're doing well. So you guys have your new moon in Cancer that is happening in your fourth house of home and family. Also, what makes you feel comfortable, what it is that you value. And it is directly opposing Pluto in your 10th house of career and reputation. And so for some of you, this is a power struggle between a parent, okay? Between two parents, possibly. For others of you, with this moon that is in a direct sextile to Uranus in your second house, there may be a new way for you to, or a new intent for you to make money or make money from home. But there could be a boss or higher up here in your career that's like, yeah, no, we need you, or something like that. Now, it's interesting because you also have the moon here in the fourth house, and it's squaring Chiron in your first house. And so this is more like, hey, needing to assert yourself, which usually you guys don't have a problem with, but with Chiron in your first house and in Aries, this is like maybe a need to assert yourself in that area of your life and be like, no, this is what I need, this is what I want, and this is what makes me feel comfortable. And being able to kind of have this new opportunity to be able to do this, and with the Jupiter here kind of egging Uranus on, I feel like this is something that would be very insightful and very good for you. You do have the moon that is in a trine to Neptune in your 12th house. So for some of you, you could be working from home. Maybe you're starting like a Shopify store or something, and that is allowing you to do e-commerce and, selling stuff to foreign shores, okay, or people that live in a different country. Okay, for some of you, that's a small sum of you. With that moon, they're also trining Neptune. I feel like whatever this is starting, whatever it is that you're intending to begin in regards to your home, I feel like this is going to maybe bring you a lot more alone time, but like I almost want to say much needed alone time, especially with that opposition to Pluto. It's almost like you're like, oh God, I've been out there for so long. I'm so over it. I want to work from home now, or whatever it is that you may be doing. And for some of you, you may be thinking of like starting a family, because the sun also does rule your 5th house of children. And so for some of you, you're thinking about starting a family or implementing something new with your kids. And like I said before, also the 2nd house is also your values. Okay. So there's already been a major focus on your values and what it is that you're deciding to prioritize and what's important to you and what it is that you want to possess in your life that's going to make you feel comfortable. And because there's like one last push before the North Node moves into your sign, where there's going to be a big focus on yourself, I kind of feel like you're getting ready to make sure that you're comfortable here before you like go doing whatever it is that you're getting ready to do. Okay. Also during this time, because Mars is your chart ruler, Mars is basically you. So wherever Mars is going is kind of what you're doing. And it's in your 6th house of health, daily routine, and the work that you're doing. And so I feel like you're busy. The 6th house and the 3rd house, these are like busy houses because they're natural Mercury houses. And so I feel like you're going to be very busy, maybe just feeling like there's just so much to do. There's so much work to do. And it's going to be, Mars is going to be opposing Saturn in your 12th house. And you're going to get this desire, like where you're just like, I just want to go to sleep, So make sure that you're taking care of your mental health. I feel like whatever this new beginning that it is that you are starting, maybe you're buying a new home, for some of you. Maybe you're, I don't know, investing in real estate. I don't really feel like that's what it is. But I feel like you are more so like maybe I guess investing in real estate would be buying a home, right? But anyway, I feel like for some of you, maybe you are buying a new home or something like that. But I feel like whatever this new intent is, whatever this is that you have an intention around in regards to that, I feel like it is going to bring you that opportunity to be able to be more creative, or an opportunity to be more alone or have more peace in your life, and finally being able to rest. And I feel like maybe that's why you're setting that intent here, because you're over here like, God, I'm freaking tired. I got to figure out a new and innovative way to make money, or a new and innovative way to do this. Okay. And for some of you, you may be implementing some new like diet. Okay. Maybe you're like doing keto. Okay. Just for some of you. Okay. But that's not for all of you. All right. So thank you so much, Aries. Let me know if this resonated in the comment section. One last thing I do want to say. Okay. Just sorry. One last thing. Venus is going to be going retrograde in your 5th house here pretty soon. So there is going to be like a reevaluation around like children or creativity, and how you're expressing yourself, and possibly how you're asserting yourself and what your needs are in order to feel more comfortable. Okay. And it could be also something with a lover. A lover could be involved in this. Okay. So thank you so much, Aries. Good luck to you and yours. And I hope to talk to you soon. Bye. All right. Taurus and Taurus rising. Hope that you guys are doing good. Welcome to your new moon in Cancer for July 17th, 2023. So, Taurus, you guys are having a new moon in your 3rd house of communication, the way that you're thinking, writing, journaling, learning something new, your skill set, etc. Now, there may be a focus or an intention to have a new beginning in regards to that, like something more like small pictures. So maybe there's something that you feel like you're needing to learn, and it is an opportunity that I feel like you are creating for yourself, because it's sextiling, this new moon is sextiling Uranus in your 1st house of self. So it makes me feel like you're the one that is leading the pack, or you're the one that's taking this initiative to do something more innovative, do something different, etc. Now, this moon in your third house is opposing Pluto in your ninth house. So I'm kind of wondering if maybe you're wanting to travel, okay? Or maybe because Pluto rules your seventh house of partnerships, maybe there's a partner, a business partner, an intimate partner, maybe even somebody who has kind of acted like a teacher for you in some way, somebody that you know. Is wanting you to travel with them or focus on more big picture stuff. But you're like, yeah, no, I can't really focus on that right now because there's something else. There's something else that I'm needing to learn before I focus on this stuff here. So there could be kind of like a little bit of a power struggle in regards to that. And I say guru because the ninth house can represent like teachers, guru, etc. And I even more so feel like it's somebody who's a teacher, not like a literal teacher. Okay, it could be, people that show up in our lives. They can always be some kind of teacher for us if we allow it. And because Pluto rules your seventh house of relationships, business partnerships, etc., I do feel like it's a person. Okay. And so a person, I don't know why I said it like that. So like I said, you are taking the innovative action. You are the one that's like, I'm creating this opportunity for myself. This is what I want. And this is what I'm going to do. Now you do have the moon and it is in a square to Chiron. So I think you're really coming to this realization, an uncomfortable realization is what I want to say, that in order to have this, in order to do this, you're needing to get rid of some self-sabotaging behaviors, and maybe it's procrastination for some of you. Maybe you're a terrible procrastinator and you're like, oh my God, I just need to get this done. Like if I want to do this, if I want to focus on this big picture stuff, if I ever want to focus on that stuff, I need to do this first, if I want to release this course. We can talk about it all day, but we need to do it. And so I need to write the course, right? It's like if I want to publish the book, then I need to write the book. And so you have some kind of intent in order to do that. And I feel like you're the one that I said is like leading this entire thing. With the moon and a trine to the 11th house, I do think that whatever this is that you are working on, or this intention that you're setting, is going to bring people into your life, or is going to bring you more friends, or is going to invite you to be around more like-minded individuals. And I feel like this is going to be very beneficial for you. This is going to be something that's very inspiring and very creative for you. And then also we have Venus. So Venus is your ruler. Okay, Venus is getting ready to go retrograde in Leo in your fourth house. For some of you, you're moving. Okay, there could be an intent on moving. Maybe you're moving homes. Maybe you're looking to sell a home, buy a home, etc. But it is some kind of new beginning. I do feel like with Venus going retrograde, you're thinking about what it is that you value in relationships and your home and your family life, and like what you want for yourself. And I do feel like you're getting ready to put in a lot of work in some area in your life in order to have these things. It's just that I feel like you do have somebody here who is like, no, you need to focus on this, or what about this, or, and you're just kind of like, look, dude, I gotta focus on this. And you have Jupiter over here that is egging you on, in your first house, the North Node getting ready to also leave your first house. There's going to be a lot of focus on foreign land, foreign travel maybe, or spending a lot of time alone and like really working on what it is that you feel like you need to work on. And also working on self-sabotaging behaviors as well, okay? I do feel like any enemies that you do have, I feel like within the next year and a half, once the North Node does enter Aries, I feel like you're going to find out about them, okay? And like I said, you do have Jupiter here supporting you, and whatever this innovative new idea is, or whatever this new opportunity is that you are creating for yourself, I feel like it's going to go well, okay? So Taurus and Taurus rising, it was an absolute pleasure. Let me know in the comment section how this is playing out for you. I would love to hear from you guys, and good luck on your new moon in Cancer 2023. Bye. All right. Hello, Gemini and Gemini risings. Welcome to your new moon in Cancer for July 17th, 2023. I hope that you're doing good. So Gemini risings, you have this new moon in Cancer that is happening in your second house of the money that you make, the things that you want to possess, the things that you want to buy, the things that you are going to buy. Okay. And so there's some new intention that you're having around money and the money that you make, maybe a new stream of income for you guys. Now we have this new moon in an opposition to Pluto. So it's like maybe you want to spend the money that you don't necessarily have. Okay. Maybe you owe somebody money here. Okay. As well. So maybe it's like you're really wanting to pay for something or you're really wanting to buy something. And this eighth house is like, no, you have to pay this off first. Okay. So I'm wondering if it's something like that. Could be some kind of power struggles in regards to maybe money that you owe, or maybe somebody owes you money and you're like, hey, dude, like I really need this money in order to buy this new thing. And they're like, I don't have it. You know, it could be something like that. It could be some kind of power struggle. So keep that in mind. I do see that there is an opportunity. So we have the moon in your second house of Cancer that's sextiling Uranus and Taurus in your 12th house. So I feel like there are some insights that you're having in regards to your like dreams. So maybe you're getting these downloads from your dreams, or, you're having these like behind the scenes ideas, innovative ideas that you're not really sharing with anybody. I think that for a lot of you, because you are ruled by Mercury, you're having a square from Mercury to Jupiter in your 12th house. And so this is like thinking very positively. Jupiter is like, woo, we're optimistic, we're excited, like this is going to happen, and so I don't want to say like don't be too overly optimistic. I mean, I definitely want you to keep a positive mind frame, but just make sure that you have all your I's dotted and your T's crossed in regards to whatever this maybe new stream of income is, or this thing that you're wanting to purchase. I also want to say you have the moon in the second house and it's trining Neptune in your 10th house of career and reputation. And so I think that whatever this is that you're working on, whatever it is that you're getting ready to buy, maybe you're buying something that is going to, make your life more easier when it comes to your career. Maybe you're a YouTuber, right? Maybe you're a YouTuber and you decide, okay, you know what, I'm going to buy a new camera, or I'm going to buy something that is going to make my life easier. Maybe I'm going to buy a new microphone. Okay. Let me see. You also have the moon in your second house that is squaring Chiron in the 11th. And so I'm kind of wondering if you're having an issue with maybe feeling like you're not being supported in regards to whatever this new intent is that you're setting, this new stream of income, or maybe it's the values that you hold as well. And maybe kind of like it's in a tense aspect with Chiron. And so I'm wondering if there's like some friends or communities or groups that you're a part of that are not agreeing with you about something, or maybe you don't feel supported in some way in regards to whatever this purchase is, or in regards to whatever this new stream of income is, And obviously that's something that you kind of need to figure out for yourself a little bit. But I do feel like you're having these ideas, maybe these insights, or for some of you, you could even be talking to like some kind of benefactor or some kind of guru or teacher behind the scenes, somebody who's like trying to inspire you or help you behind the scenes, like trying to kind of clear some things out for you, clear out some self-sabotaging behaviors in some way. And so you have Jupiter there and it's egging on Uranus in your 12th house, and definitely some spiritual downloads. And I feel like you want to talk about it, or I feel like you are writing about it or blogging about it, or something like that. You're definitely thinking about it more than anything. So I just feel like there's some stuff maybe to clean up here in the 8th house. But other than that, it looks like a fresh, new, comfortable beginning in regards to the money that you're making or the things that you want to possess. For some of you, I would like to say, for some of you, you may be indulging in like some kind of comfort foods. Okay. So we're talking steak, potatoes, corn on the cob. But for most of you, if you're anything like me, for most of you, you're going to be focusing on what you're trying to buy, or maybe a new stream of income some way. And I feel like it's going to positively affect your career and how you're appearing in the world. Okay. So thank you so much, Gemini and Gemini risings. It was a pleasure, and I hope that you have all of the abundance that you want. And if this resonated or you have any comments, make sure that you leave some comments in the comment section, and good luck. All right. Hello, Cancer. How are you doing? Welcome to your new moon in Cancer for July 17th, 2023. You have this new moon in your first house of self, your identity, how you look, who you are. Now, this is a new beginning in regards to those things. This is your new beginning. And the moon is in domicile in Cancer, which means it's at home. Why? Because the moon rules your sign, Cancer. Now, the moon is in a direct opposition to Pluto. Pluto is in your 7th house of committed partnerships, one-on-one relationships, business partnerships, intimate partnerships. So what this tells me is that you're trying to have this new beginning for you. And somebody that you've been involved with, some kind of partner, whether platonic, romantic, or business, is like, no. It feels like somebody is trying to stop you from having this new beginning, or somebody's trying to take it away from you. And so with this sextile, with the moon sextiling Uranus in Taurus in your 11th house of online communities in general, like-minded people, friendships, groups, hopes, goals, dreams, I kind of feel like you're leaning on some friends that are going to help you at this time accomplish what it is that you're accomplishing. And I feel like because of this power struggle that's happening here between your partnerships and you, I think that this is actually teaching you here and here, because the moon is trining Neptune in the 9th house, and the 9th house can talk about gurus, teachers. And so I'm wondering if there's someone here in your friend group that's kind of almost acting like a guru in some way. So taking this opportunity with friends and like-minded people may actually help you kind of release maybe some kind of power struggle that you're going through, and also learning how to assert yourself out in the world, or learning how to kind of take your power back is what I want to say. Now, like I said, the moon is you, so you are very self-focused. So whatever the moon is doing is kind of what you're doing. And so you're very self-focused. You're focused on you and what it is that you're trying to do out in the world. And I think that for some of you also, because the sun, the moon and the sun are conjunct, because this is a new moon. And so with that sun there as well, making these aspects to, these planets, I think that there's something in regards to your morals, your values, what you're deciding and who you're deciding to prioritize in your life that's going to be conducive for you in this new beginning that you're having, and needing to take your power back, and push through these boundaries, and how you're showing up in the world, kind of turning into this, not saying that you're meek or weak, but you may end up kind of turning into this powerhouse out in the world, and may even be kind of, taking some actions to kind of shock some people a little bit. Okay. I don't feel like it's a bad thing either. And some of you are also implementing new spiritual practices, or whatever this new beginning that you're focused on, or whatever intent that you have for yourself, is also going to help you implement some new spiritual practice, or you have a spiritual practice that is actually helping you with this new beginning for you. Okay. So Cancer, it was a pleasure. If this resonated with you, make sure that you comment in the comment section. Let me know how this is showing up for you. Thank you for everything, and good luck. You guys are the superstars of the show. So like I said, good luck. All right, Leo and Leo risings, welcome. I hope that you're doing good. You have this new moon in Cancer happening in your 12th house of spirituality, creativity, being alone. I feel like a lot of you guys are playing this new moon solo. You need a lot more downtime, chill time, maybe even sleep. 12th house can represent sleep in your dream state. Maybe bedroom pleasures, okay? Sometimes the 12th house can represent bedroom pleasures, okay? So maybe some sexy time with yourself. But realistically, okay, although for some of you that could be the reality, you have this new moon in Cancer in your 12th opposing opposing Pluto in the 6th house. So it seems like your desire and your intent to be alone, have downtime, take care of your mental health, is at odds with a job, okay, or some habits, some negative habits that you have. And so I feel like before you can truly have this peace, is kind of what I want to say, you need to think about the habits and the routines and your health habits that you're needing to change in order to kind of have this peace in a way. And you have this new moon in Cancer in your 12th, and it is trining the 8th house. So I think that for some of you, you're going to have a lot of creative, spiritual, and inspirational downloads. This feels like a purge, but I think it's a positive purge. I think it's a positive purge where you're going to release a lot of psychological issues, but it feels good. The thing is that I think that it feels good. You do have this new moon and it's sextiling Uranus in the 10th house, and you have Jupiter here, which is kind of egging on Uranus in the 10th house. And so I feel like there's an opportunity for how you show up in the world, your career, what you're doing out in the world, how people see you, etc. There's an opportunity to do this, but you're wanting to chill out. And Pluto is kind of on your ass telling you, no, you need to fix this first. And so, you are the sun, okay? You are Leo. You are ruled by the sun. So the moon is automatically conjuncting the sun because new moons are moon conjunct sun, okay? And so the sun rules your first house of self, your identity, who you are, how you look, okay? And so you're getting ready to have this like behind the scenes transformation, I want to say, so that way you can show up healthier, more vital out in the world, more out there. And you're also going to be having this Venus going retrograde on July 22nd until September. It removes itself from shadow in October, but you're going to have Venus here retrograde in your first house. So you're going to be thinking about you, what you want, the things that you need, what you look like, even for some of you. So I feel like there's this big like karmic release, psychological download, psychological release. I think that you're really focusing on your mental and your physical health and the habits that you're needing to implement, the positive habits that you're needing to implement into your day-to-day that are going to be able to allow you to have this downtime. So it's like, I think that a lot of things are going on behind the curtain, kind of. And I think that once you are ready, whatever this opportunity is with your 10th house and your career and how you're showing up in the world, I think that you'll be ready when you're ready. I'm also kind of wondering, with that moon there in a trine to Neptune in the 8th, like I said, I do think that you're having some purging going on, maybe some creative stuff as well. Maybe for some of you could be working on something behind the scenes that's actually going to make you money. Okay. But with that square, with that moon in a square to the 9th house, you may be wondering if something is against your beliefs, your higher beliefs, the higher mind. Okay. And you may be kind of like in a tense aspect with this, but it's a square. So I feel like whatever it is that you're working through between the 12th house and the 8th house, I feel like this natural square to Chiron is going to be resolved. So let's say that you are coming up with a new spiritual practice, right? But you're needing to integrate some health habits, some better habits, a better routine into your day-to-day life that's automatically going to help you with this. I think that for some of you, maybe you are deciding to focus on more like occult knowledge, or, getting more involved in the occult or spirituality or something, which is then going to kind of make you realize what it is that actually works for you and what's going to benefit you. And you also have the sun that is trining the 8th house. And so, that is trining Neptune in the 8th house. So this is about you and your identity and becoming more spiritual, becoming more creative, and working on this behind the scenes and doing the things that are going to make you feel comfortable. You have an opportunity to be seen and heard and acknowledged. And I think that you're getting ready to do that once you kind of break out of whatever this is and come to terms with your habits and your daily routines. Okay. So it was an absolute pleasure, Leo. If this resonated, leave me a comment in the comment section, and good luck to you on this new moon in Cancer. Bye. All right. What's up, Virgo? Welcome to your new moon in Cancer for July 17th, 2023. So, Virgo suns and Virgo risings, you have this new moon in Cancer that's happening in your 11th house of friendships, groups that you're a part of, communities, and your biggest goals and dreams. Okay. And it's a direct opposition to Pluto. So, I feel like there's some kind of intention that you have to set this new goal, to create this new dream for yourself, or to be comforted by communities and like-minded people that you want to be a part of. But I feel like it's at odds with a partner or somebody that you're dating more so, or even a child could be kind of getting in the way of some plans that you have. You have the moon also, however, in a sextile to Uranus in Taurus in your ninth house of um, travel, and higher learning and all that. But I'm feeling like maybe some of you have an opportunity, like a kind of jump in the moment, what is it, live by the seat of your pants or something, opportunity to possibly travel with a friend. And it could be possible that because with that moon in trine to Neptune in the seventh house, maybe you meet a new partner, okay, through communities or like-minded people, or maybe you meet a new partner when you finally do take this trip, okay, or maybe you're taking a partner on a trip, okay. For some of you, all right, for some of you, you may be starting some kind of like religious group or academic group with people. Maybe you're learning astrology. The 11th house and Uranus can be about astrology. Okay, maybe here with that moon in a direct square to the 8th house, if you are having any issues with a partner, a business partner, an intimate partner, you do have Mars that's in your first house, and it is directly opposing Saturn in your 7th house of your committed partnerships, one-on-one intimate partnerships, business partnerships, etc., like I said. And so I feel like you're trying to take action and you're trying to get things done and you're trying to do things. But once again, we have this, there's a partner or there's a person who's like, no, not right now, or I'm not into this, or I don't want you to do this, or I don't want to do this. Okay. Because Saturn also rules your 4th and your 5th house. So it could be something with family. It could be family getting in the way, a child getting in the way, a partner getting in the way with something like that. Now, you are over here, okay? So you are ruled by Mercury. So whatever Mercury is doing is kind of what you're doing. So with Mercury in the 12th house, and it's actually squaring Jupiter in the 9th, I'm kind of wondering if like you want to make these really big plans, like these grandiose plans, but maybe you're not telling anybody, or maybe right now it's just a dream. It's like these things that you are keeping to yourself, or maybe you are allowing yourself to be in a more creative space of some sort, something that aligns with your higher ideals and your beliefs and things like that. And so some of you may be integrating some kind of new spiritual practice, or you may be kind of hanging on to dear life to your spiritual practice of some sort, something that brings you peace and solace and peace. Okay. So yeah, I feel like you do have an intent here to start something new in regards to friends, groups, communities, etc. Whether you're starting a new one or you're joining some kind of group, or maybe creating a new goal for yourself. And like I said, there's this opportunity in the 9th house, maybe to have a higher education about something, or to learn astrology for some of you. But there is an opportunity here, and Jupiter kind of has your back with this, even though it's in a square to your ruling planet. Whatever Jupiter touches, even if it's a negative aspect, there's still going to be something positive that comes out of it. And so I feel like there's also, I want to say this, I also feel like there's something going on in regards to the lower mind, Mercury, versus the higher mind, the 9th house. And so maybe there's this sense of you kind of more so focusing on the little details of things, when maybe you need to actually focus on big picture things, instead of just worrying about the little humdrum details. Okay. So Virgo, it was an absolute pleasure. Let me know if this resonated for you in the comment section, and good luck for your new moon in Cancer 2023. Bye. Hey Libra, what is going on? I hope that you guys are doing well. Welcome to your new moon in Cancer for July 17th, 2023. So you guys are having a new moon happen in your Cancer 10th house of your career and your reputation and what you're doing out in the world. So to me, this makes me feel like you have some intention for your career. Maybe it's a new job. Maybe it's just the way that you're showing up in the world and you're being a homemaker. Okay, I don't know. Cancer can kind of talk about that stuff. Now, this moon in the 10th house, the moon doesn't necessarily like being in the 10th house because it's in its opposite sign of Capricorn, although yes, Cancer is here, but this is a natural Capricorn house, okay? The 10th house is naturally ruled by Capricorn, okay? And so the moon doesn't necessarily like being here, and not only that, but it's in an opposition to Pluto in your 4th house. So this makes me feel like there's stuff that's going on in your home, your family life, maybe something with your kids, your parents, parental structure, that's kind of calling your attention, or something that you're needing to reevaluate in regards to that. And it could be kind of getting in the way of whatever intent that you have for your career or how you're showing up in the world, etc. This new moon is in a trine to the 6th house. So the 10th and the 6th house are kind of like work houses, right? So it's like there's a lot going on. You may be busy, and I feel like you will be busy, okay? I feel like there's a lot going on. And also with these sextiles to Uranus and Jupiter there, kind of egging Uranus on in your 8th house, this can be something that could be very healing for you, or this could be something that will have an emotional effect on you, or a psychological effect on you with that 8th house. However, there is an opportunity, I think, maybe to make some more money, or maybe you even have an investor out of nowhere that wants to invest in your business of some sort. I know that Venus is here, and she's going to be going retrograde. She's in your 11th house of your communities, your friend groups, etc. And so I think that a lot of you are going to be kind of falling back on your friend groups, social media, people and goals and dreams that make you really, really feel comfortable. There is this square to Chiron in your 7th house. So I'm almost wondering if there's somebody actually getting in the way, or if you feel like you can't really rely on a specific person, whether that's a business partnership or somebody that you've been in a relationship with for a long time, or just feeling like maybe even you need to go at it alone, or maybe you feel like you actually need another person to assist you in some way. So yeah, I don't know, not bad, not good, just kind of there. I do feel like I said that you're having a new beginning here in your 10th house of career and reputation. So I do think that there's something that you're trying to do out in the world. I just think that there's something about your home and your family life or your parents or your kids or something that's got to kind of maybe take your attention away from that. Okay. So Libra, thank you so much. I hope that this new moon in Cancer works out for you, and good luck. Hi, Scorpio. Welcome to your new moon in Cancer for July 17th, 2023. So this is my Scorpio and Scorpio risings. You're having a new moon in Cancer happening in your 9th house of travel, academics, higher learning, legal matters. And the new moon is in domicile, which means it is comfortable there because the moon rules Cancer. So overall, it looks good, right? Until we see this opposition to Pluto in your 3rd house. There may be a need for you to set this intention, okay? So let's just say you are wanting to publish a book, because 9th house can also talk about publishing. Well, Pluto with that opposition is telling you, no, not until you do this. Well, what is this? So this is a need to actually write the book. This is a need to maybe take a writing class or develop your skill set in regards to something. If this is a legal matter that you're intending on putting some kind of energy into, then maybe you need to get your documents in order. Maybe you need to revise, make sure that all of your I's are dotted and your T's are crossed. This moon is in a direct trine to the 5th house. This could be a court case around domestic matters and children, okay? If that's the case, I feel like it may go in your favor, okay? But don't quote me on that. This could also be a very creative new moon, a very intuitive new moon, okay? We're listening to ourselves. Now, remember, Neptune is in retrograde. So this is kind of like breaking things down into reality about what it is that you're needing to create so you can have this new beginning here, but first needing to integrate your skill set or learn a new skill before you go out here in the world. For some of you, you're intending on moving, okay? Maybe moving abroad or traveling abroad. If that's the case, maybe you need to get your passport in order. Maybe you need to just get your documents in order, like I stated before. You do have this new moon in Cancer that is sextiling Uranus in the 7th house of your one-on-one relationships, contracts, business partnerships, intimate partnerships. Maybe you are wanting to travel with a partner, okay? Maybe you are having an opportunity to sign some kind of contract of some sort, and maybe you have people or a person who is willing to help you in that regard. And not only that, but with that Mars here, and Mars is you because you are ruled by Mars, so whatever Mars is doing is kind of the archetype of you. It's what you're doing. Mars in Virgo, which is in the 11th house, it's opposing Saturn in your 5th house. So this is like, what can others do to help me move forward, Mars, in regards to my goals, 11th house, my bigger dreams, my bigger wishes? And like I said, also, while I feel like this is more so about other people kind of utilizing themselves, or you utilizing them as a ladder to kind of get ahead in some way, is because if you're over here focused on groups and communities that you're a part of in order to get ahead, I mean, you have an opportunity here that may kind of come out of nowhere, or it may be allowing you to do something different and exciting and innovative in regards to whatever this new beginning is. So I definitely feel like you're putting a lot of energy into groups and communities that you're a part of, and focusing more so on like, okay, you know, how can this person help me move forward in regards to whatever this new intention is that I'm trying to set. And so, you know, Pluto is squaring the nodes, okay? And so there's a lot of, I almost want to say like peer pressure, but there's a lot of, need. There's a need, or there's a, like, something's about to blow, or a need to focus on the way that you're thinking about things, and a need to focus on like your skill set, okay? And also, you know, this new moon, it is squaring Chiron in the 6th. And so just make sure that you are watching out for your health, or maybe there's an issue around asserting yourself in the workplace, or maybe you need to really take care of some details before you just move forward with all of this big picture stuff. Like I said, I definitely think relying on people is going to help you in some way. And yeah, overall, looks pretty interesting, looks pretty fun, kind of. So Scorpio, it was a pleasure. I hope this helped. Let me know if this resonated for you in the comment section. And good luck with your new moon in Cancer 2023. Bye. Sagittarius, hope that you are doing well. Welcome to your new moon in Cancer for July 17th, 2023. So Sagittarius, you guys are having your new moon in Cancer happening in your 8th house. Well, what is the 8th house? The 8th house is taxes, loans, debts, other people's money, what's going on with a partner, okay? Your partner. This is also psychological issues. This is transformation and changing and healing. And this new moon is in domicile. So it's comfortable here. Why is it comfortable here? Because the moon rules Cancer and the new moon is in Cancer. So we like this here, right? It's comfortable. The moon doesn't really like being in the 8th house. It's very like icky and dark and scary things, right? But it still likes being in Cancer, okay? This to me is a deep, emotional, transformative, psychological thing going on for you. This feels really personal for everyone, but this feels very deep for you, in my personal opinion. Now, the moon here, there's a new beginning, okay? It could be in regards to a new sexual partnership, okay? Or, you know, maybe a new way of doing it with your partner. Maybe your partner is getting a new loan or wants to get a new loan, or maybe we are going into partnership with somebody to make money of some sort. Now, it's opposing Pluto in your 2nd house of priorities, what you put into your mouth, self-worth, self-value, but mostly how you make money. these are money houses, the second and the eighth house, where the eighth house is like government money, other people's money, and the second house is your money. It's the money that you are making. And so with Pluto in retrograde here in the second house, it's at an anaretic degree, so it's at a critical degree. It just was in your third house of communication, neighborhoods, aunts, uncles, cousins, siblings, blah, 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 cars, etc. But it went back into your second house. So Pluto's saying, wait, hold on. What do we need to reevaluate? What do we need to make sure that we've changed here? What are we evolving? There's something that you're needing to rethink in regards to how you're making money and the money that you're bringing in. And whatever this new beginning is that you're trying to have here in the eighth house, Pluto is telling you no. Maybe you're wanting to pay off a debt, or it doesn't really feel like paying off a debt, although it could be, because this is more like, that would feel more like a full moon. So this is making me feel like, okay, I don't know, maybe you're wanting to take out a loan, okay? And Pluto is like, yeah, but like, are you budgeting? You know, how much money are you making? Can you like afford this loan? You know, maybe it's something like that. This could also be something very transformative. Maybe you're doing some psychological healing, a sexual healing with something. And Pluto is kind of asking you, like, what do you value? What are you prioritizing in your life? What's the most important to you? What are you trying to build, and needing to kind of rethink that, because it's like this transformation that you're having here. It's kind of like Pluto's kind of disagreeing and saying, yeah, but you need to make sure that you've taken care of this first. So it's like, your priorities, are your priorities straight? You know, are you making money? You know, are you going back to an old way of making money? Maybe for some of you, but Pluto wants you to change or die. You know, that's pretty much it, you know, metaphorically speaking. Now, enough about that. With that moon here in your eighth house, it is trining Neptune in your fourth house of home and family and your ancestry and parents even. And so there could be something that's very healing in regards to family matters. Maybe you're healing something with a family member for some of you. Maybe you are taking out a loan to be able to buy a new home, but there's something that you're needing to change here first, right? Now, this is a positive aspect. So the moon is sending a lot of good energy to this fourth house. And so Neptune is also retrograde. So there's something very sobering around family matters, or around the home, or around your past even, okay? And so I do feel like you're having some serious psychological things that are going on that is possibly even affecting your belief system. You know, the sun is conjunct, or the moon is conjunct the sun here, and the sun rules your ninth house. You know, what have you learned about yourself? Do you believe in a higher power? You know, this feels very like psychological, transformative to me. It could also be money, so keep that in mind, okay? And Saturn is also here in retrograde. So Neptune and Saturn both in retrograde in the fourth house. So very sobering reality in regards to home. You know, getting the funds over here to maybe renovate a home of some sort. Like, God, you know, this kitchen has been to crap for years. We've got to change it. Like, look at this piece of crap, you know, or, or maybe there's some serious psychological healing that needs to happen with maybe some kind of paternal figure. You know, Saturn can represent a patriarchal figure here. We also have the moon, which is squaring Chiron in the fifth. So maybe some deep psychological healing with children. If it's not children, then the moon square Chiron, there's an opportunity, or there's a tense aspect going on in regards to, maybe you're just wanting to have fun, you know, or maybe you're needing some time to heal yourself, and maybe, you know, there's a wound around your childhood. I'm wondering with that fifth house and that fourth house kind of going on there. A wound with a child. Maybe you are the child, you know. And Jupiter is, because we have a moon in your eighth sextiling Uranus in your sixth. So there may be an opportunity to do something. This seems very health oriented to me. just because the 8th house can talk about psychological healing and the 6th house can talk about like your physicality. And so maybe there's an opportunity to do something different in regards to your physical healing. Maybe you're doing a new workout routine that's just making you feel overall better in some way. Maybe there's an opportunity at a job of some sort that maybe could help you get these finances in order of some sort. And Jupiter's over here egging Uranus on. They're sharing this house here, and the North Node is here in the 6th, getting ready to go into your 5th, saying, okay, before we can have fun, we need to figure this last thing out about work and about our routine and, you know, what we're reprioritizing in our life and the things that matter the most to us. And so it's really giving me like a lot of family things, a lot of psychological healing, you know, issues around money. And I feel like there's this, you know, 8th house, 2nd house axis that's happening with this opposition where, you know, this is like a power struggle here, either between you trying to maybe get a loan or maybe somebody's trying to borrow money from you. I mean, I'm not really sure. I'm trying to think here. Anything else? Jupiter is you, I wanted to say. So Jupiter in the 6th house, all right? Jupiter in the 6th house, this is like, okay, we are getting very lucky in regards to our health. So a lot of you are having some lucky breaks and positive life-changing opportunities when it comes to your health, your habits, your work changing your habits in some way that's going to help you live a better lifestyle, that's going to help you with your work routine, workout routine, etc., and possibly making some more money here in regards to your work house. That's going to help you with this money axis here. Okay. Like I said, I just feel like there's a lot of healing going on, and it feels like it's here. You know, that square to Chiron is kind of like a scrape or a bruise in regards to children, in regards to your childhood, possibly even, you know, your self-expression. And, you know, the moon is kind of hiding out here in the 8th house. It like doesn't want to be seen. And, you know, the 5th house is all about, we want to be seen. And so maybe there's this opportunity for you to kind of break out of your shell a little bit and be a little bit more self-expressive of some sort. Okay. And you know, in the South Node as well, the South Node is out here in the 12th house. So there are some serious karmic issues, psychological issues, mental health issues that you're getting ready to let go of. You know, and then it's going to then move into your 11th house. And when we get to that bridge, we'll cross it. But you know, there's some serious things that you're letting go of in that 12th house. The 12th house isn't the best, you know. I don't want to say it's not the best, but it's not the easiest. Let me put it like that. And so you are letting go of some things over here. And you've been focusing a lot more on your health and stuff lately. So I feel like this is a very healing new moon in Cancer for you. Okay. So good luck with everything. Sagittarius, I forgot what I was doing for a second. Good luck with everything, Sagittarius. I hope everything works out for you, and talk soon. Bye. All right, Capricorn rising. Welcome. Hope that you are doing well. So Capricorn risings, this new moon in Cancer is happening in your 7th house of one-on-one partnerships, business relationships, intimate partnerships, people you have contracts with, whether karmic or on paper. There's a new beginning in regards to a relationship, whether it is a past relationship or a current relationship that you're already in or that you have in place, or one that you don't have yet. Something new is starting here. Now, the moon is in Cancer, which means it's in domicile, which means because the moon rules Cancer, it's comfortable here. So this is a pleasant new moon, except it is opposing Pluto in your 1st house of self. And not only that, but Pluto is in an anaretic critical degree that is retrograde in your 1st house of Capricorn, which tells me that you're doing a lot of reevaluation in regards to how you look, how you dress, who you are as a person, how you're showing up, your overall identity. And it's at odds with this person, whoever this is, this person right here. I feel like it's a feminine figure, okay, but it doesn't have to be. But it is somebody that you're in a direct partnership or that you have the possibility to be. It's also sextiling Uranus in the 5th house of romance and creativity and fun. And so for a lot of you, this is going to be some kind of new and exciting sex partner, okay? Or maybe you and the partner that you already have are integrating some new kinky things. You know, Uranus can be a little kinky, okay? Especially in the 5th house or the 8th house. And so Jupiter is here egging Uranus on that whatever this new partnership is, it may bring or has the opportunity to bring more fun in your life, more sex in your life. You know, and for some of you, you are talking to a partner about having a child. There may be an opportunity to do this, but you may be at odds with it, okay? You guys may be the ones that are in disagreement, but it could go both ways. Now, also, I'm wondering here, the moon, whoever this person is, I feel like you're telling someone no. That's what it feels like. It feels like you are telling this person no. Because the moon, whoever this person is squaring your south node and it's squaring your north node in the 5th house. So there's something at odds here where the moon may want you to let go of a certain community or group that you're a part of. Let go of an old dream that you once had in order to fulfill whatever this is. I don't know if you are okay with it. It feels like you have to change something, or you would have to change something about you or your biggest dreams and hopes and goals, or about friendships or communities that you're a part of in order to have this relationship or this business partnership or this connection. Now, you are off here because Saturn is your ruler. So wherever Saturn is what you're doing. So, you know, Saturn is in retrograde. So we're reevaluating, restructuring, rethinking 3rd house matters, which is our skill set. Also the way we communicate. It's also aunts, uncles, cousins, siblings, neighbors. It's also writing. It's also vehicles, okay? For some of you, you could be reevaluating a vehicle. Maybe you're thinking of getting a new vehicle of some sort. Because the moon here, it's trining Neptune in the 3rd house. And so there's maybe some kind of inspiring conversation that you're having with whomever this is. Some kind of idea of some sort, some kind of idea, either in regards to children or having fun or going out and doing something. But you're changing something, but it's at odds with who this person is. And so, you know, maybe this is something like you're getting into a new partnership, but this person doesn't like, you know, your friends because Pluto rules your 11th house of friendships and online communities, etc. Maybe you have this partnership that wants to have kids, but in order to make something substantial, because Saturn is going retrograde, we're rethinking, we're reevaluating, we're recommunicating about something maybe that we've communicated about in the past, but we're needing to maybe restabilize a goal or let go of one or sacrifice one for the other of some sort. Neptune can sometimes talk about that, but I don't feel like it's a bad sacrifice necessarily because the moon is trining Neptune. And so it feels overall pretty healthy. You also have the moon in Cancer in the 7th house squaring Chiron in the 4th. And so there could be some wounds around family, healing, ancestry, your past. And so there could be maybe something about you and a partner moving in together, but maybe you have a fear around that. Okay. Maybe you have a fear around a partner meeting your parents, all right, or a wound around your parents or your parental structures or being a parent. I don't know, you know, especially with that moon sextile Uranus there in the 5th. And so this is a lucky opportunity that you have, especially I say lucky because Jupiter's there. And so it seems like it's a lucky opportunity, but the thing is that you have to go out and grab it. And so the North Node in Taurus at the last degree here is kind of saying, let's go, you know, do or die. What are we doing? Push, push, push. Because now we're going into the 4th house, whether you like it or not. So there's going to be maybe a changing of home, moving in with a partner, maybe. Maybe you and a partner are starting a home business together. I don't know. Okay. But there's one last push here. And so I don't know. To me, it feels like you're definitely doing a lot of changes around you. You're going back and you're reevaluating you and your partnerships and maybe what you want in a partner, etc. And yeah, maybe I feel like there's some psychological things going on there as well, because the sun, which is going to be conjunct the moon, the sun rules your 8th house of sex as well. So I feel like there's some fun sex stuff going on. I'm not going to lie. Okay. Pluto can represent that stuff. The 8th house can represent that stuff. You know, the 5th house can represent that kinds of things. So I'm feeling like there's some sexy time going on here. Okay. So overall, not too bad. I just feel like there's some healing around, partnerships or moving in with partners or something around your parental figures and such. Okay. So it was an absolute pleasure, Capricorn. I wish you well and good luck for your new moon in Cancer 2023. Bye. All right. Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your new moon in Cancer for July 17th, 2023. So Aquarius risings, you guys have this new moon in Cancer happening in your 6th house of physical health, your routine, your job, your work, your pets. For some of you, you're getting a new pet to possibly help with a mental health issue. For some of you, maybe you are needing to start a new job, but maybe there are some health issues or other things going on in regards to your mental health in some way that you're needing to kind of take care of or reevaluate before you start this new job or possibly start this new health regimen. Are you prepared enough to start this new workout routine? You know, is your health good enough? Have you checked with a doctor? Have you checked in with yourself in regards to whatever this new job is? Maybe for some of you, you're getting a pet to help with your mental health. Sorry about that. Your health issues in some way. It is a new beginning. And the moon is in domicile, which means it's comfortable in Cancer because the moon rules Cancer. But the moon can be at a little... Okay, the moon's a little wired in the 6th house because it's a natural Virgo house, and so things can get really, really busy. So you could be feeling emotionally finicky at this time, you know. And Pluto is basically here in the 12th house, telling the moon in the 6th, no. Maybe you're really wanting to work more or start a new workout routine or start a new, you know. But Pluto is out here saying, okay. Have you reassessed your health? Do you need some more alone time? You know, also pay attention to your dreams as well here, okay? Because some subconscious issues may, I don't want to say come after you, but some subconscious issues may enlighten you in some way in regards to your dream state. You do have this new moon that is making a direct trine to your 2nd house. So I do feel like there may be an opportunity to make some new money. Or a new job of some sort, but you know, and it could be very inspiring for you as well. It could be very inspiring work, maybe work that you're really proud of. You know, I don't know. Maybe it's, you know, Neptune can represent like people that need help or the less fortunate. You know, maybe you're working with something like that, or you know, a new way to maybe make money of some sort. Maybe you're starting a new diet to help with your health as well. The 2nd house can talk about food that we're putting in our mouth, you know, and because Saturn and Neptune is retrograde in your 2nd house of health and what you're putting into your mouth, this could be you implementing some kind of new diet to better take care of your health, okay? Sorry about that. Pluto may be also saying, hey, maybe there's a different way, or maybe there's some holistic healing. You know, maybe you've tried, you know, doctors and they prescribe you medications, and then you decide to kind of go a different route. You know, Neptune can kind of talk about things like that. I feel like this is a very healing new moon for you, especially in regards to your health. It is squaring Chiron in your 3rd. So be careful of like negative thoughts, that are, you know, affecting your health in some way. You know, maybe some healing needs to be done in regards to a sibling, a cousin, an extended relative of some sort, okay? Which may in turn kind of help your actual physical health in some way, because what we don't realize is that whatever is going on in the 12th house is directly affecting the 6th house, and the 12th house is our subconscious, it's our dreams, yes, but it's also our mental health, and the 6th house is our physical health. So they both kind of go hand in hand, okay? So where the 12th house mental health is going to, or it can possibly negatively affect the 6th, and vice versa, okay? So definitely taking care of your body at this time, I feel like, is going to be very important as well. You also have this new moon squaring the nodes, okay? So there's one last push here in the 4th house of home and family and the past. And so maybe it is something with your relatives. Maybe it's healing around some relatives here. Maybe some of you are figuring out how to assert yourself more in the workplace is another thing that I'm wondering, because the 3rd house can also be about how you're communicating, and you know, that's in Aries, and so Aries is about asserting ourselves and, you know, implementing boundaries as well. And so there's definitely something that you're letting go. Like I said, you know, there's one last push here in your 10th house of career and reputation. And so for some of you, you're letting go of a career. You're letting go of some kind of career, the way that you've been seen out in the world, you know. And maybe I don't know, maybe you're becoming a parent. I mean, I don't know. But with that moon and your sextile to Uranus in your 4th house, Uranus is your ruler. So you're out here chilling at home, okay? Maybe you're a little bit of a homebody now, especially with Pluto going retrograde in your 12th house of isolation. And then Uranus, which is, you know, one of your rulers, over here kicking it in the 4th house. But your other ruler, Saturn, is in retrograde in the 2nd house. And so Saturn retrograde is like, yeah, I'm not really trying to make money right now. I'm trying to let go of this career or this reputation or how people see me in the world. You know, I don't want to be that anymore, or whatever the case is. And you know, maybe implementing some new ideas in regards to home and family. Maybe you're spending more time with family, you know. For some of you, maybe you're renovating a home. Maybe there's an opportunity here to renovate a home of some sort. Maybe for some of you, there's some new opportunity to actually work from home. For some of you, you will start working from home possibly, which can then turn out to be actually quite beneficial, you know, with that North Node in the 3rd house. Maybe it's something to do with your local community, because it's about to hit your 3rd house. And so maybe it's something to do with that local community. Maybe something that's very healing for you, because it'll be accompanying Chiron in your 3rd as well. Maybe, you know, with Jupiter there assisting Uranus, there's something here where Jupiter is really egging on Uranus. Like, yes, 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 do the different thing, do the innovative thing. Yes, take that job from home, etc. And it's like, you know, maybe we're letting go of that career, how we're seen out in the world of being the big head honcho or whatever the case. But there's something here going on as well with Saturn, because that's your other ruler besides Uranus, where Saturn's going retrograde, and it's in the 2nd house, which is like less work, you know. Saturn's kind of going backwards, and you know, some people have alternative views about Saturn retrograde. I actually don't mind Saturn retrograde. I think Saturn retrograde is okay. I think it's, especially Saturn in Pisces, you know, Pisces wants to like relax and chill and dream and do these things. And so maybe you're dreaming just a little bit bigger, you know, but the thing is that Neptune's also in retrograde. So you're getting real about how you're making money. And maybe it's in a very inspiring way with the moon trining Neptune in the 2nd. So, I mean, overall, it feels like it's more so maybe, you know, taking care of your health, your physical health, your mental health, needing to first transform your mental health and take some time out before you go back out into the world or start this new job or start this new health regime or whatever it may be. Anything else here? Nope, I don't think so. I think that's about it. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's about it, Aquarius. I think that's all I got for you for now. Anyway, I'm sure that I'll think of something later and kick myself in the butt. But Aquarius, it was an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much, and good luck for your new moon in Cancer 2023. Bye. Pisces, how you doing? Welcome to your new moon in Cancer for July 17th, 2023. So you guys are going to be having a new moon in your fifth house. Your fifth house is children, creativity, gambling, having a good time, sex, and fun. This new moon in Cancer in your fifth house is going to be making a trine to one of your rulers, Neptune, which is going to be happening in your first house. So for some of you, you are having some sexy time. I'm just going to be honest with you, okay? But there may be some kind of emotional attachment to this. This is about having a good time. This could also be about you feeling creatively inspired, or maybe even possibly some kind of love interest that is inspiring you to do something for you in regards to creativity, or maybe inspiring your appearance in some kind of way. For some of you, you may be thinking or feel inspired to have children, okay? Maybe you're thinking about children. Maybe for some of you, there could be some kind of pregnancy. And for others of you here, also with that new moon in Cancer in your fifth house, there's an opposition to Pluto in the 11th, which tells me there may be something that you're trying to do that's fun, that's creative, even that's innovative, because it's making a sextile to Uranus in your third house. So maybe for some of you, you are creating content for social media of some sort. Maybe something that's very out there, something that's different, something that you've never kind of done before. But maybe social media isn't taking it well. 11th house can be social media. It can be communities, friends and groups that you're a part of. And so maybe you have some friends that are like, yeah, I don't really know about that. Or maybe there's something in regards to your online presence that you're needing to change, because Pluto is essentially telling the moon, no. Whatever you're trying to start here in this fifth house in regards to children, creativity, etc., Pluto is telling you to basically go F yourself. And remember, it's an anaretic degree in Capricorn, okay? So and it's also retrograde. So there's one last kind of review, reevaluation. Maybe you want to, with this moon sextile Uranus in your third house, maybe you're trying to write about astrology. Maybe you're trying to learn more about astrology, or there's an opportunity for you to do that. But you're needing to take that opportunity before you can cut it in the big leagues, okay? Maybe it's something in regards to your biggest dreams and your aspirations, etc. But maybe you're needing to put a little bit more work in before you do that. We also have the moon in your fifth, which is squaring Chiron in your second. For some of you that do have children, this could be a question of whether or not your children value you. Feeling like you're having a hard time asserting yourself in romantic relationships, even in the bedroom for some of you, especially when it comes to your emotions and feeling very emotionally attached to something or someone, and feeling like maybe you're not being prioritized in some way. But for others of you, there may be something that you're wanting to create here in the fifth house. Maybe it's writing, Neptune, making that trine to Neptune, that can represent writing, creativity, poetry, acting, okay? Maybe you're doing something like that, and the fifth house can also represent that, okay? So I definitely feel like it's more something creative, and especially with the third house. The third house can talk about creating content of some sort. It can also talk about writing. And so I feel like with this sextile to Uranus, there's something new and innovative that you have an opportunity to do that's going to kind of help you transform this 11th house. And so I'm kind of wondering here, with Jupiter assisting Uranus in this third house, Jupiter is over here kind of like egging Uranus on, like, yeah, let's do this. So it's like you kind of have backup in regards to whatever this is. So maybe you have an opportunity to figure out your skill set, because the third house can talk about your skill set. Maybe you have an opportunity to do that, and that's how you're going to transform this 11th house here. Friends, social networks, your biggest dreams and goals, and needing to kind of maybe do something out of the box a little bit, something that you've never really done before. And not only that, but you have this one last push that's happening in the North Node in the third house. And so it's about to enter your second house of it can be your morals and your values, which you're prioritizing in your life, and it's in Aries. So it's like, how are you asserting yourself in that area of your life, how you're making money, how you go out there and build what it is that you want. And remember, there's that moon making a square to Chiron. So there is some kind of issues that you're having around self-value, having around self-worth, having how you go out there and make money. And I feel like this is kind of an opportunity for you to change the way that you go about that with creating content, learning astrology, going back to some kind of group or community that you used to be a part of, that's going to help you. Maybe you need to do some readjustments in regards to your friend groups or your communities, a reevaluation of your online social media presence, you know, the groups that you're a part of, like I said. And so you do have Jupiter backing you up there with whatever this new opportunity is, but you definitely need to take it. And now your other ruling planet, Jupiter, is here in the third house. So whatever Jupiter or Neptune is doing, that is what you are doing. And with Jupiter there in the third house, you could be going out in your local neighborhood, you know, expanding your friend groups or making friends with neighbors. You know, maybe you have a sibling, aunt, uncle, cousin, nephew, something over here that's trying to help you expand this area of your life with your skill set, and trying to push you forward in some way. Anything else? Remember that Neptune is going retrograde. So this is a very sobering time, especially for you in your first house. And you have Saturn in your first house with Neptune. And so there's definitely some kind of sobering reality that's going about how you're needing to restructure your life, you know, how you really see yourself, what you're putting out in the world, creatively, otherwise, and how you're feeling inspired. And so Pisces, this was a great new moon in Cancer for you, from what it looks like to me. And I hope that everything works out for you. And thank you so much. Bye.